Yeah, welcome back. We're at the Benzinga Cannabis Capital Convention down here at the Fontainebleau Hotel. Lovely place to be, except if you like traffic, it's a great place to be. If you hate traffic, the afternoons are as bad as you can possibly get. So I'm here with Deontae Mack.
Yes, sir.
And he has an idea, or actually working on it, creating an idea that once you hear it in the cannabis industry, you're going to say, why didn't I think about this? And it's great. It's called Cannabis Vacation Vibes. Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
And so, you know, when you talk about capital investment, you have people here that are looking for investors, looking for partners to be able to expand their business. And we have one with us. And let him tell the story, because if I tell it, it won't be impactful as much as he's telling it. So tell us why you did this and how you got into the business.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. You know, this is a great forum to be able to provide awareness for businesses like
Sure.
ours. You know, my name is Deontae Mack. You know, I'm the founder of Vibesbnb, which is a cannabis vacation rental platform similar to Airbnb. We're local here to Florida and Miami, and we have 148 listings in 17 states. You know, we're doing about 2,000 users, and we built a mobile app and a website, and we are primed and ready for the cannabis tourism industry. I got into it because I wanted to help my own culture. I know that the war on drugs has been impactful in my community, and I wanted to be able to help in my own way. And I knew that Airbnb provided the archetype where you might not be able to solve somebody's problem for a month, but you could for a few days.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know, so, you know, being able to rent to somebody that is not doing as well as some of the other folks in this industry, you know, that was something that resonated with me. You know, growing up, it wasn't as easy for me. And once I found a position of influence, I wanted to be able to provide stays that more focused on the wellness and health aspect.
Well, also being able to use a product. Most places right now don't allow any smoking at all. Hotels or even Airbnbs.
Right.
It's a non-smoking situation. To have a place where you can treat it as a home when you travel is important. And as cannabis becomes more acceptable within markets, people are going to be looking for places that one can say they can take their medicine with them and not fear of being turned in or having a problem because there's no smoking or you can't do it in public or anything like that. That's your home, so you were able to do it there.
Exactly. In 2016, when Florida introduced their medical marijuana bill, you know, in the fine print it said, you know, you can only consume in private. So having a private home kind of lets the idea of a cannabis Airbnb platform come to life a little bit. So it's an exciting journey.
Yeah.
You know, it's really cool. And, you know, the demographic is around 21 to 35. You know, they spend 80% of the money in traveling. And
Sure.
where else than beautiful city of Miami, where, you know, you want to launch like a product.
So
like
you
this.
say it had a lot of listings. You have listings outside of Miami too?
Yeah, so we're in Miami, we're in Atlanta, we're in New York, we're in California, Vegas, New Jersey, Washington, D.C., in Texas. You know, we have hosts, right? There's hosts and the guests. So we have a lot of people that are interested in the concept, right? We're not active in those states.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But they're like, hey, I like this cannabis hospitality concept. I would love to turn my home into a place where I can accept users that are similar to me. Mm-hmm. You know, I think the best thing about Vibesbnb is like you get to have a similar interest with someone.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And there's a social networking effect.
Well, that's great. I mean, that is important as you travel, that there is an alternative out there to be able to feel more comfortable and not be looked at a little strange when you're using. And I think having that type of atmosphere is wonderful. and really helping a great segment of the population.
Absolutely. I was reading an article yesterday where they said hotels have lost 21 billion in revenue over the last since the pandemic. And I look at those statistics and I say that archetypes like the B&B is changing up how people travel.
Sure.
People are wanting more experience more than paying high prices. $500-600 a night is kind of like not the best option anymore when your local B&B is $125 a night down the street.
Right. I've heard, I know a lot of people who only travel through Airbnb. They don't even think about using a hotel.
Digital nomads. That's the new way of, work from home. One of the most common questions I get is, do you have a high-speed internet connection?
Right, yeah, which is important for a lot of people, right?
Because most people want to work from home now. They want accessible, and then they want to save their money so that they can use that to enjoy the city, order their button.
Right. So as you expand your network, one of the things that you're looking for is not only investment capital to expand your own, but looking for people, I assume, in other cities that are willing to join the network, contact you to say, I'd like to be part of this network. You get them into your system, and now you open up more availability for people in either the same cities or other cities. Exactly.
So in those states that we're in right now, normally people reach out to us through Instagram, Vibesbnb, and they read about it from searching 420 friendly Airbnb. Our SEO is focused around that term, and they understand the concept already. Most of the hosts that we have are previous super hosts on Airbnb, either that have left the platform or want to focus on a more curated experience instead of just listing a rental.
Right. Do you find people that are maybe on both platforms?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
sure.
a lot of the current hosts that we have now, like I'm the co-lead of a group chat down here with 250 Airbnb super hosts here.
Oh really? Interesting.
So I have a good following here that allows me to bring the idea to life. But they're all super hosts on Airbnb.
So today, you've been here, I guess, for a couple of days?
Yeah,
and
this is my third day.
Any success in talking with some of the people here? Have some interest? Because this is a brand new concept, and sometimes companies don't like brand new concepts.
Yeah.
But it sounds like something that could be a future business for people who are traveling.
Absolutely, and that's how I positioned it. One of the greatest things I was able to do here is I was able to talk to Kim Rivers.
Really?
Truly
Very nice.
CEO. Yeah, that was a
Kim is a good friend.
Monumental experience. She's going to put me in touch with her VP of marketing.
Oh, great.
That's a win for me. I talked to Troy Datcher of the parent company.
Right.
Jay-Z is the visionary brand leader over there. I think that's a good connection. Lamar Odom, his story about psychedelics and how that's transforming his life. It's really bringing together a story of how this industry is changing people's wellness and their health.
Right, absolutely.
And I think tourism, cannabis tourism, one of the focuses is going to be, how do we impact people with insomnia and anxiety and depression?
How do we make them feel comfortable when they travel? I mean, part of that issue is, well, first of all, taking product on a plane, you can get arrested, but a lot of people do, and it doesn't get detected. But part of it is, once you get there and you want to be able to you want to be in a friendly atmosphere. You don't want to be kind of looked at like you're an oddball to be able to do that. And being able to do this is great. So how would people get a hold of you if they're watching the same? Two reasons. One, they have a place, or they know somebody who may want to do this. And two, maybe they want to book something in Washington, D.C. So how would they get a hold of you?
So you can get a hold of us at following us on Instagram, Vibesbnb, or downloading our mobile app. We're live on Apple Play and Google Play Store, Vibesbnb. You can create an account, list with us. You can find a stay in any city, those 17 states that I mentioned earlier, and reach out to us. We're in such a new industry right now with all of the states legalizing from the previous years that, just to go back to your question from before, people are seeing the inclusion of cannabis into the industry. So although it's new, everybody's opening up their pockets to new businesses and new brands because we're a new industry. And it says I think by 2025 the cannabis industry was going to be worth somewhere over 40 billion.
Oh, absolutely.
So we're poised for growth, and we're ready to meet the demand and build what our customers need.
As I tell people, this to me is, and you have to be old enough to realize this, which you're not.
Yeah.
But this is kind of like the tech industry.
Exactly.
Very few people don't remember that you didn't always carry around the cell phone with you.
Absolutely.
I go back to days of I was very impressed when I had a beeper.
Right.
So things change, and sometimes you have to be on the leading edge to be successful. And this sounds like a leading edge service and product that you've developed, and that's great.
So it's a special thing about being a young entrepreneur. I offer a different insight.
Sure.
I grew up in the digital age. I'm very savvy with the technology, and I think baby boomers and the older generation, they have something to learn from us, just like we have something to learn from them.
Well, think about it. Would anyone ever book an Airbnb 30 years ago?
No. Yeah.
Even if you had the ability, you wouldn't have done it.
The whole concept of staying with somebody was foreign. Just
right,
like
exactly right.
Just like Uber, it was a foreign
right.
concept to get in a stranger's car, and now we literally book rides.
That's right.
Like
putting the taxis out of business. So
literally.
Yeah.
So I hope to just be a part of the learning experience. I have a lot to learn. I haven't seen too many young CEOs, so
right.
I'm trying to really focus on my education and being in a position to where I can help my team.
Well, sometimes getting the right investment group can take you to that next level too.
Absolutely. That's why I'm looking at Troy. Troy Datcher, I need his help, and we're trying to get to a place where we can build an authentic brand and focus on passionate people who want to be a part of an experience.
Yeah, definitely a need from both ends, from putting your property up and basically use it. So again, I wanted to thank you for stopping by today.
Thank you for having me.
It's been great.
And awesome.
How do people get hold of you again?
So you can follow me on Instagram at Deon_Mack. That's my personal Instagram. If you want to follow the company, you can go to Vibesbnb, Vibesbnb. You can visit our website, vibesbnb.com, or download the mobile app, and you'll be able to find more information about us.
Great. Thanks for stopping by, and good luck, and we'll see you at the next show, and hopefully you'll be bigger and better.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Benzinga. Thanks for throwing an amazing show. This was the one of the greatest experiences I've ever had. I'm proud to be in this space, and I look forward to my next 30 years.
And following that, I have to tell you that I was here a couple of years ago, or right before actually. Benzinga was the last event that I went to before the pandemic hit.
Really?
And it was good at that time. Now it's great. So it's wonderful.
Yeah,
it's
we're in a special time right now. Right. I'm glad to be here.
Great. Thank you much for stopping by.
Yeah, for sure.